Good morning from the New York City Bureau, children. Stephanie, I love you like racists love attacking the word woke. I am so excited. September 10th, right? I got to put it down on the calendar. Yeah.
Yes.
This is going to be the first time that it's been the original tour lineup.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the original tour lineup in 9 years. Did you know that?
Oh, my God. I did not. Yeah, we've been doing. Thanks for reminding me. We've been doing this 1,000 years.
Yep.
We've been doing this for 10 years. The last time we did this as a just the trio, the original trio, was 2013. So this is going to be huge.
Wow.
I'm so excited to come in D.C. and drag everything down to our level. It's going to be really the midterm season is kicking off.
And you know how there's been there's been a total eclipse of the sun. I have a girlfriend.
Yes.
And I'm bringing her. So that's, I don't, and I'm just saying that could be the week Trump gets indicted because there's a lot of things that have never happened before.
Are you going to be sharing a room?
What? Yes, of course. Nerd. Hi, John. Let's talk about what's happened this week.
Oh, my God. Let's talk about it. I mean, I thought Build Back Better was going to be Limp Back Later. But wow, Joe Biden, the only other 79-year-old I know that gets so much done is you, Steph.
Yeah, thank you, John. That's what.
Achieves. I'm so tired of the ageism. How many presidents achieve all he's achieved in just 18 months?
Yeah, no, it's true. It is absolutely true. By the way, we were trying to place Harriet Hagman. Did you have her in the Marvel universe, Travis?
No, DC.
She's definitely.
Okay.
She's one of the Batman janky villains.
John said she is the most hilarious character in the new Kids in the Hall series on Amazon Prime. I missed that. Okay.
It's so funny. We can't tell if it's Scott or Bruce playing Harriet Hagman, but guys, seriously, this is an elaborate sketch from the new Kids in the Hall on Amazon Prime. Watch it. She's hilarious.
I think it's a face morph of all 5 of the Kids in the Hall.
Yeah, and the Joker.
What's really amazing here, besides how many liberals suddenly decided that they'd like to vote for Liz Cheney, again, we can acknowledge Liz Cheney still evil, right?
Yes.
Right about one thing.
Right.
But Liz Cheney still thinks the Iraq war was a great idea. She wants to put women in jail for abortion, all the bad stuff. And we're defending her. We're defending Steve Doocy. This morning I rolled over in bed and said to William Crystal, can you believe who our allies are now? I mean, it's Liz Cheney cares about the GOP. She's going to run for president.
Yeah.
Not to save democracy, but to save the Republican Party from Trump. That's what it's all going to be about.
And Sarah Palin's back. And speaking of the OG sexy liberals in our original teabagging demonstration, because many of us did not know what it was, small-town Catholic girls like me, I think Hal did it originally, and then when Aisha Tyler joined the tour, you bravely stepped in to teabag me.
I don't remember that, Stephanie. I don't remember that. But
I have pictures of you teabagging me in many cities.
No memory of any of that happening. Go on, please.
Anyway, but you said 2012, you mocked us for calling it teabagging. 2022, now one big mouth is controlling all the nuts. And so it's really everything old is new again.
Mm-hmm.
It's all recycling. That's what fascism is all about, bringing back old ideas and hitting the reset button on them. But Sarah Palin, I mean, she's running to be governor of Alaska, which is the most beautiful state. Any governor ever got tired of governing and quit because they were bored. So it's just great that there's ways to say, hey, my reality TV career didn't work out, and this is one of them. I think it's great. Lady Blah Blah is coming back.
Of all the stuff you think of her for, John, I wonder if people, wouldn't that be the main disqualifier, that you had this job and you just quit for no reason? Now you're like, it's like George Costanza pretending that never happened. She's like, I'm back for that job.
I know I abandoned our marriage, but the good news is it's 12 years later and I'm single now.
It's like exactly what Daddy went out to get cigarettes and he's back.
Imagine the house if you've got Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Sarah Palin and Harriet Hageman. We have the squad. They have the clot. That's what it's going to be.
Okay. I don't know why I love that. I love that a lot. Okay, listen, this is today's Republican Party. You said, yes, a Texas school district removed the Diary of Anne Frank from school, but please try to see this from both sides. Because if Anne Frank were a living pregnant teenage rape victim, they'd also force her to carry her rapist child. So that's true. It would be the old awful with the new layers of awful that we currently...
Well, but it's really what the GOP is doing now. Their awful is now something that I'm starting to call... bottom-up fascism. Like, it's grassroots totalitarianism. They're not censoring books. They're making it easy for their insane followers to censor books. They're not saying you can't say gay. They're making it easy for their followers to sue any teacher who says gay. Even in states where they haven't banned abortion, they're going to make it easy for people to sue you if you have an abortion or take someone across the border to have an abortion. Again, it's like this grassroots totalitarianism where they're having the evil parts done by their supporters instead of the fascists in charge. And they're doing it across the boards.
Yeah. Speaking of Ron DeSantis, so he suffered a judicial setback yesterday. A federal judge suspended the enforcement of the Stop Woke Act.
Yes.
Ruling it violated free speech. I keep asking this question. Does woke not just mean don't be a D to people that are different from you? Is that, okay. So,
woke used to be a term that anti-racists use to celebrate being anti-racist. Now woke's a term that racists use to mock being anti-racist. And that's all it is. I mean, ask anyone who, says woke in such a disparaging way, what does woke mean? And what's the opposite of it? Yeah. Because that's what we're dealing with here. They're essentially saying, I'm not woke. I'm going back to bed, America. And you should too.
Yeah. Well, the judge said in Florida, the First Amendment apparently bars private actors from burdening speech while the state may burden speech freely. The law banned various forms of speech, including the teaching of critical race theory and workplace diversity and sensitivity training. Ron DeSantis really is like a smarter, more evil. Is it possible to be more evil, Donald Trump?
Yes, it is very possible. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think being as evil and competent makes you more evil.
Yes.
What we forget about Ron DeSantis is that he is a doughy mediocrity who's a terrible public speaker, and he's only impressive to a very small percentage of very mediocre white people. I mean, seriously, we're way too scared of this guy, and we have to realize that. I'm longing for the simple days, Stephanie, when these Republicans were just, denying affordable insulin to sick people. I'm less scared of Ron DeSantis every day.
I don't know why I just love that so much. You just tickle me enormously this morning. A doughy mediocrity. Would you introduce me at Secular Liberal as a skinny mediocrity? I would appreciate.
I would love to go. Definitely. I will. An emaciated mediocrity, if you like.
Yeah. That's more. More
nothing
apt.
but skin and bones and almost good enough. Here's Stephanie Miller. Whatever you need, I'm here.
Yes. I like it. Okay.
By the way, how about that Alan Weisselberg, huh? How about that Alan Weisselberg? Can you imagine the Trump Organization? I've heard of it. I maybe got it coffee a few times. That's all. I got it coffee.
Can I just say, John, you specialize in speaking Bible and speaking religion, but this is not. This is a cult, Donald Trump. We were just talking to was he a Trumper? I guess a Trumper.
I guess.
I don't.
Unless he was doing
guy on the phone. Okay.
They're all Trumpers.
Trump bombarded his supporters with more than 100 emails asking for money based on the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago, for him being a effing traitor and a spy. Contributions to his political action committee topped $1 million at least 2 days after the search. The daily hauls jumped from a level of 200,000 to 300,000 that had been typical in recent months. The donations stayed unusually high for several more days and are still above average. Can you explain this to me? Why?
Yeah.
They think, because this guy said he's a billionaire. They think he's a billionaire, but they send him the last money they have because he is a spy, a traitor to the United States. Please explain, please.
Well, first off, I want to thank you for calling it a search warrant and not a raid.
Right.
Let's all get on board, liberals. I know raid is a lot more fun to say. It kind of sounds like the third act of Scarface. I know the temptation. I like saying raid on the air every night on Sirius XM, but it wasn't a raid. It was a lawful search warrant. Yes. That's all it was. Mm-hmm. When you say lawless raid, you're thinking of Breonna Taylor, right-wingers.
Yes.
Okay? That's Breonna Taylor. This was a lawful warrant.
The fundraising email I got is all caps. They broke into my home. They're coming after you. This is insane. Yeah. Do you agree President Trump is being politically persecuted?
Oh, yeah. I get the same emails. Okay. And, every inch of that place has closed-circuit cameras. So, if they had any footage of the FBI acting untoward, it would have been released by now.
Right.
The FBI didn't even wear their FBI windbreakers that day. They deliberately did it in the middle of August when Mar-a-Lago was empty. So the only people there were staff and Secret Service and Trump's lawyers. The Trumps watched the whole thing. They are milking this thing so hard my nipples hurt. But on a spiritual level, I will say this. He among you who has never stolen classified documents and blew off a subpoena and violated the Espionage Act and then played victim when you got caught, you may cast the first stone. I'd try to make it one
John,
line because there's millions of them.
I'm just saying historically, really big goes down when I'm on vacation, and I am on vacation the week of Sexy Liberal DC. It's Labor Day week. I will be with my mommy in North Carolina. I'm just saying.
And your girlfriend.
Yes, thank you. We don't know what will happen. And then I will see you Saturday, September 10th. I'm just telling you. I think a lot of it.
Listen, I know, but just remember something. The same people who told us that January 6th was Antifa, and then Black Lives Matter, and then it was just tourists, and then it was the deep state FBI, but we can't ever investigate it. Right. Those people?
Yes.
They're telling us that Donald Trump never took secret documents, but he did have executive privilege, and he returned everything he never took, but it was also planted by the FBI, and he declassified them, and he never knew about it. So really, being conservative means really being able to hold opposing ideas at the same time. They've come a long way.
Exactly. SexyLiberal.com, and you can hear my friend right here on the best team, Team Progress, Sirius XM. We love you, John.
Tonight on the show, I'm joined by Martha Plimpton. Next week, John Boyega from Star Wars, and we're doing a big town hall with Ken Burns for his new film. So lots of great stuff coming up.
And he's going to be in studio with us next week and the week after.
Oh, my God.
I'm going on vacation. I'm coming out to L.A. and doing nothing.
Yay.
Ow.